Hello, Kennedale ISD, Superintendent Chad G. Today I have Mrs. McBroom and Mrs. Enlow, who are our producers. Is that what you call yourselves, producers?
Directors.
Yes. Of our Little Mermaid show. Our Arthur students, our 5th and 6th grade students who are putting on an incredible show. And this year we're doing 2 shows, is that right?
Yes, this is our first year to ever do 2 public performances for our musical, and that's really going to be instrumental. It allows lots more people to get to come and see our show, and it also helps us raise a lot more money.
Okay, so can you give me an instance? Like, I know last night's show you raised $2,300, and that money goes into next year's production. So the money for this year's production came from last year.
Correct.
So the 2 shows is going to allow for even
bigger and better things. Yes,
okay.
Yes.
And can you tell me who you would like to also include in this discussion? I know you're the directors. So,
yes.
Who else was instrumental in putting this production together?
So you could never do a show with 70 kids by yourself. The 2 of us could never do it. So we have some awesome teachers at James A. Arthur who work with us. We have Miss Merle is our stage manager. We have Miss Vaughn who helps us with our programs and our ticket sales. And then we have Miss Laura Adams, and she helps us sew all of our costumes. So we design costumes and give her the idea, and she sits behind the sewing machine and makes it happen. And we could never do this show without those volunteers and those teachers at Arthur.
And you were telling me about the costume changes. How many costume changes and how many costumes are involved in the show?
This year we have 171 costumes that are in the show, and there are 210 costume changes that happen behind the scenes. So when you're seeing the fabulous show behind the scenes, there are 70 kids running around changing their costumes 5, 6, 7 times for some of them.
And how do you get this many kids, the term herding cats comes to mind.
Yes.
So how do you get this many kids focused in on what they're doing at this age?
So I think one of the biggest things is the kids are so excited to be a part of the show. This has been going on, a tradition at Arthur, for over 30 years. And when Miss Grady left Arthur and retired, we were afraid that the musical would die. And so we went to the principal and said, let us step in. We want to do this. We have experience. And so the kids are super excited. One of the best things we do is we invite the entire 4th grade from the district to come over and see it. And before the show starts, we tell them, this is going to be you next year when you're here at Arthur. So we get them in 4th grade. They're excited. And the minute school starts, they start asking, when's the musical? When's the musical? So, and we have an amazing classroom that we've been given, an old gym that we have turned into a music studio, dance studio, thanks to the Kennedale Education Foundation for their wonderful grant. We are able to turn 70 crazy 10, 11, and 12-year-olds into this cast and family that puts on a Broadway-style show every year.
And who else would your corporate sponsors, who else has helped raise money for this? Or helped you raise money for, sorry?
We have had Chick-fil-A Spirit Night. So the Chick-fil-A that's on Sublet has been great, and they have allowed us to do 2 Spirit Nights, and we'll have another one coming up to raise money for next year's show. And we also have had...
Cece's Pizza was huge.
Yes, Cece's gave us a discount and fed the kids for 2 nights this week. And they also allowed us to do a Spirit Night as well. So we raised money through a Spirit Night, and also they helped provide discounted pizza for the kids.
And what else would you like to tell us about just the whole experience?
I think the biggest thing for us is we want to create an atmosphere at Arthur where kids are getting to try something new. They haven't gotten into school sports yet, so 5th and 6th grade is the perfect time for them to try theater. And our goal is to foster a love of singing and dancing and fine arts in these kids so that it will continue to grow the program for junior high and high school, and give kids that maybe aren't so good at math and science something that they are really good at, and we are able to just help them feel like they belong at Kennedale ISD.
And I would like to thank you both for your efforts and what you do for the students.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And as always, the future is bright in Kennedale ISD.